righty. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Shout out to you. I'm bringing another one here, a little Sunday evening, early evening podcast. Appreciate you all being here and joining me. Won't be here long. I know it's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day, so we're gonna go ahead and keep it moving. I got some things to talk to you all about. I heard from my hardware source guy, Lou Wafa, and has given me some target prices that Sony is going to be working with PS6, and I'm gonna read what they're targeting with PS6 with the handheld model, and just let you all go from there. And this early pricing on what Sony's looking at, because it is true, the quote unquote bill of lading has gone up. The the billing material things, it's all expensive now. So, but first I want to go over the Grand Theft Auto thing one more time. If you are still thinking about buying it, not thinking about buying it, here are the differences in your editions. And a big shout out to the person on Twitter who printed this up. I can't remember who it was, but I do appreciate it. If, to show you all, show my audience, and show myself, quite frankly. But as you can see here, the standard edition on the left-hand side, it just comes with the digital edition, and it comes with some basic stuff down here. But this is nothing. I mean, this is an $80 version of the game. It comes with hardly anything, and they blocked it out, and they got a line through it, so you're not getting these with the standard edition. This is the $80 edition. This is the, I said this morning, that this $80 edition of Grand Theft Auto is like trying to have sex with your clothes on with your girlfriend. So it's just like having sex with a woman with your clothes on. I don't know what that's like, but this is nuts what you're missing. Now, if you go to the $100 version, this is the complete edition, the single player edition. I was also told that the multiplayer version of it, they may either charge $29 to $49 for that. So this game could come to $129 or $149, which is exactly what the shareholders wanted it to be. If you don't know, they want the game to come in between $109 and $129. That's how much the shareholders wanted. They were able to back them off a little bit with the two editions, understanding that selling an $80 version and a $100 version gets them roughly where they want to be anyway. But why is it so much? Because they delayed the game for 18 months. This game was supposed to come out 2024. So it is what it is. All right, but you can clearly see with the Ultimate Edition, and this is the edition that I bought. I'm speaking to you now as someone who bought the game, pre-ordered it, and went ahead and got it. If you don't know, Rockstar Games has officially announced there will be no physical editions of the game for now. My personal belief is that Sony's got a bundle coming that will have a collector's edition disc. But that's my opinion. Nobody's told me anything. I do believe there's a collector's edition bundle that's going to be sold separate. It's going to be a total Grand Theft Auto bundle. So, it's going to have a plate, or whatever you all want to call them, a plate, the disc, the controller, just like the 25-year edition, that gray one that everybody went out and bought? Or at least I couldn't get my hands on it. You get the plates now. I think you can get the plates. But I think you're going to be able to get all that, a Grand Theft Auto style theme. And it's going to be the collector's edition, and you better get the money out. So I can really say, you better get the money out. So, but as you can see, we're going to read this. I want to make sure this gets in so that you all understand the differences in these two. Again, you're getting the game, but the Ultimate Edition, I'm getting the 95 Grata Cheetah, the Hawk and Little Morgan revolvers. We've seen what those look like. Personalized weapon variants, Vice City style. Now, Vice City style, I think that is the throwback to Vice City, the video game Grand Theft Auto Vice City that came out in 2003. I'm taking Vice City style as the type of clothing that you had with Lance and Tommy and Victor and all them, okay? Jason's Safe House vehicles, the Granado Retro Build, Ride Out Customs Mod Shop, Sarah's Unisex Salon. Don't say this is woke. My girlfriend goes to a unisex salon. So what that means is that when you walk in, on the left-hand side, that's where the women go. That's the hairdresser, the nails, the all that stuff that women get done, all that food to women get done. If you walk into the same building and you go to the right, that's where the guys are. That's where the guys are gonna go get their stuff done. You know, get your hair cut, get yourself ready, get yourself really cleaned up really well. They've got what they call a total clean package up there, and it's about $149. But you come out there, you come out looking right. I mean, I'm talking about everything. They do your hair. They measure you for suits. If you want that, that's part of your package. They get you measured to the latest suit. And they send you down to Men's Warehouse with a 10% off card. They give it to you. All right. Shih Tzu Squallow. I don't know what that is. Stock 305 clothing store. These are this you have to have. You have to have the Ultimate Edition to get this stuff. 67 Dominator Buggy, Electric Fang Tattoo, One Eye Willie's Mod Shop. It looks like there's 2 mod shops, Right Out Customs and One Eye Willie. Good Time Gear, PTT Youngin Compound, Classic Car Collection. Okay, so that's a whole lot. Then you get the sedan, the outfits and hairstyles. So that's still that's the vintage Vice City pre-pack, or everybody's getting that. Everybody's getting the pre-pack Vice City. So the vintage Vice City. And then you have the free month of GTA Plus. I have no idea what the hell that is. So, all right then. And it preloads November 12th. And I don't know. It doesn't say how big the file is going to be. We don't know what the gameplay is going to be as far as frames per second. We simply know that Sony has put out a technical guide on it's going to have better. It's going to be stable and be the best place to play on PlayStation. Have to wait and see what that actually looks like. So when Mark Cerny talked about the best place to play, he means total immersion. So the immersion of what you're doing is going to be best on PlayStation. Have to see what that's going to be about. You know, sound. You remember you have the ray tracing. Maybe I don't know. We're going to find out in a few more months, right? We still got 4 months. We're down what? So July, August, September, October, November. So we got 5 months, guys. We got 5 months. That is 150 days, give or take. But I wanted to make sure you all understood for the people that are buying the game, because not everybody's going to buy the game. Okay, I just want to let you all know what's happening. What's happening, Captain. So, and there you see Sophie Cunningham. She pointing at you like, you're going to learn today. You going to learn today. Okay, that's what she's saying to you right now. That she's pointing at you. You're going to learn. You're going to learn today. So, but let's see here. So shout out to everybody that's here right now. Shout out to Nova Red. Oh my, bonjour, Nova Red. How are you doing? Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Nova Red, we gotta play some Gran Turismo. Drive around the track a few times. I've got a pretty fast car, like Tracy Chapman said. But shout out to Nova Red, all the way from France. Yeah, it's gonna be a pro pack bundle. My understanding is it's gonna be a bundle. So, and it's going to be I don't know if it's a pro bundle, but I'm pretty bullish on it being the regular PS5 bundle. So, and it's a bundle. So it's gonna have headsets. It's going to have the headset, the controller, and the plate and the device. So, but they're not going to unveil that for months. Like right when you just can't take it anymore, it'll be like at a state of play. I think they usually have state of play in August or September. They'll unveil it then, and then everybody's gonna go nuts if and when they do. So, just letting everybody know up front. So get your money ready. I don't want to hear it. So speaking of money, I shout out to my big time source Lou Waffa. Everybody knows what he's on. He's on one, and when he is on one, the man is on one. So. And I can sit up here and play some old stuck-up YouTuber role and lie to you. I mean, you want me to start lying to you? I mean, that's why you got all these other podcasters out here lying to you and taking your money. And we don't want to do that to you here. We want you to keep all your money. Make sure you donate it to a good cause. I recommend St. Jude Hospital for Children. That's who I would recommend you donate to. So for all of you all that are in the market and will possibly be buying a PS6. Oh, also I got to show you my new Cyberpunk cheer. That's right. Hold on. Before we make sure you hit the like button, people. Come on. Help an old man out. Let me see if I can get the camera turned on and show you all my cyberpunk chair. I put it together yesterday. You would have been proud of me. I was over here being 100% man. So that's it. Video capture, and is it not popping up? Where's that? Well, it's not coming on. Huh. That is strange. Oh, there we go. There's the cyberpunk chair. There he is. Got him yesterday. Put it together. Took about 30 minutes. It's a pain in the ass. So wanted to show it to you. Cyberpunk chair in the house. Yes, and that is me putting on a little more weight. I got happy handles now. I'm in a good relationship with a good girl. So she's feeding me. So I picked up 10 pounds. So I'm trying to get it off. I know my goal is to be down to 220 on my birthday. I'm 230. So getting down to 220 on my birthday. All right. So, yeah, and Sophie, there you go. Sophie, you tell them. She point right at you. She's like, yep, you. Yeah, you tell them, Sophie. You tell them. Tell them, girl. All right, so let's look at the specs here. We're going to read them into the record. So here are your PS6 specs and performance targets. Okay, I want to make sure you all understand the difference. And why is my chat not working? That's what's missing. Hold on. Chat box. It's there. Why are you all not there? I don't know. This thing is finicky. Let me click on it here. Yep, clean look. Let's move it to Twitch look. That should be working. Huh, that is strange. I do not know. I do not know what's happening. I am disappointed. It's not there. Well, okay. I mean, I can still see you guys, but I don't know why your chat's not showing up. All right, well, maybe nobody's talking. All right, everybody's listening, as you should be. Like Sophie's telling you, pointing right at you now. You better listen. Time for you to listen up. Okay. So let's see here. Maybe we can put Sophie over there in the corner so you all can you can feel the whole power here. Let me see here if I can get my my snow bunny to activate here. So we'll put the snow bunny over here. There we go. Yep, there we go. All right, then. Shout out to Sophie Cunningham. All right, then. All right, so here we go. So here are your targeted specs for the people who are interested in buying the PlayStation 6. So your PSN is Nova Red Stars, Nova Polar. Okay. Yeah, I'll send you something here. You'll see mine. Mine has come from a private account now because we privated all our stuff because everything that's kind of going on. People's accounts are getting hacked. So there you go. So, all right. So here are your performance targeted. So rasterization around 2.5 to 3 times faster than the PS5. This is enough to run most AAA games at 4K 60 FPS and a high fidelity and 4K 120 performance modes with upscaling. That comes from Notebookcheck. Okay, that comes from them. So that I want to get where it's due. So that means 4K 120 will be upscale. That'll be dynamically upscale. So not native at 120. I'm telling you all this just in case you all go ahead. And yeah, she's telling you, I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. Okay, so I don't want you all to think if you buy one, it's going to be 4K native 120. It will be upscale. So you all know what that means. Dynamic upscale. So sometimes you'll be at 4K. Other times you're going to be at what? Other times you're going to be at what? Anybody want to know? 1800p, 1780p, stuff 1762p, 1600p. It'll take it, so it's going to dynamically upscale from a lower resolution up to a higher resolution. And of course, you're going to have PSSR. It'll be 2.8 or 3.0 by the time 6 gets here. So it'll be very good. Just want to let you know. So you'll still have very good fidelity and graphics, but it will be upscaled. Okay. Ray tracing is going to be a bigger jump, 6 to 12 times faster. Also, you'll have path tracing. Okay. It's aiming for an RTX 5090 level of ray tracing performance. That's the aiming. So this is, remember I told you all, you kept on hearing people saying, like people like Marlin Gaming Nation and other people saying, oh, it's going to be closer to a 5070, 5080. They're targeting a 5090. I'm about to make this clear. Targeting doesn't mean they're going to get it, but they believe with their upscaling technique, with the Project Amherst, whatever you're calling it, whatever they're calling it, they think with Sony that they can marry those two technologies and get you this. Have to wait and see. Overall compute units up from 40 teraflops of GPU compute, and it's going to be, it's up to 40 compared to 10.3 with the PS5. So again, remember, you have to compare the PS6 to the PS5. We're not going to compare it to the PS5 Pro. That is a mid-gen refresh. They're not going to really count that. They're just going to go for the PS5. Tell them, Sophie. That's right. You tell them. You tell them, girl. You tell them. Yeah, this so you all understand. You know, we got the snow bunny pointing at you. So, you know what that means when the snow bunny's pointing at you. Okay? Okay, overall compute, we read that. Upscaling. Expect to use FSR 4 and 5 and PSSR 2 to maximize frame rates and visual quality. Went over that. Now, hardware. Now we're going to talk about the hardware. APU, custom AMD, Orion chip, Zen 6 cores. That could change. I'm just letting you know right now. 52 CUs, I'm sure you've heard that before, of RDNA 5. So that's all right. So that's a lot. RDNA 5 is extremely efficient. Memory. Here's your memory. 40 gigabytes of GDDR7 at 32 gigabytes. 160-bit bus. Again, fantastic. That's a good spec. Basically, you'll be able to get that's as good as it's going to get. 3 shader engines, times 3 shader engines, 27 work groups, 10 megabytes of L2 cache. So pretty good. So here you go. Here you go. 4K 120 FPS in most AAA titles at launch with potential 8K 60 in future games. That comes from the source. AI-driven upscaling, proprietary AI frame generation. You've heard us talking about frame gen. I mean, that's what we're talking about, okay? To maintain high frame rates even in demanding scenes. So frame generation, you all can look that up yourself. That's part of AI. Backwards compatibility with PS4 and PS5 games, and everything's going to run well. So that's your targeted performance specs. Now let's talk about the price. Now please pay attention to what I'm about to say to you about the price. Tell them, Sophie. Tell them. That's right. You pointing to you. Listen up. Okay. This is in US dollars. That's why. So if you're wondering what USD means, that's US dollars. Okay. Their plan right now is to have 2 models for PlayStation and 1 handheld. So 3 different models on market at the same time. PlayStation 6 will have 2 models. One will be an entry-level model, have the same specs. They're not gonna do what they do with it, like the S, okay, Xbox Series S. Same spec, $799 or $800 USD, but it's going to have the small hard drive or whatever you want to call it, hard drive, the SSD, the memory. I think they got like 512 or something like that. It's going to be 512 or whatever they're calling it, okay? 512, I don't know if it's megabytes, gigabytes, it's something like that, okay? So it's just going to be 500 gigs or something like that. So that's what it's going to come with. Now, it will still have the expandable slot that you all can add more memory to later on. But just to get you into the ecosystem, this will be $800. This is the plan right now. This is it being subsidized of over. I mean, depends on the subsidy, but this is them subsidizing it over $120. Now, you can self-subsidize it by trading in your PS5 or PS5 Pro. That's a subsidy that you use as well. If it's me, and I'm going to use myself for an example, I will be trading in one of my PS5 Pros to get this. I'm going to say that again. I will be trading in one of my PS5 Pros to get this. But before I do that, I'm speaking for myself here, I am going to look up and track to see what proprietary memory that Sony has, and it slides into that slot on this. Everybody knows what I'm talking about on the back side. Pause. That slot that you load in your, what is it, WD, whatever it's called, something terabyte. I'm going to get either a 500 gigabyte one or a 1000 gigabyte one. Understand, I'm targeting the $800 model minus $350 to $400 for my PS5 Pro, cutting my price in half, then adding the SSD storage. That's what I am going to probably do. If I right now, that's my plan. Now that could change. The $1,200 model, you're going to have a 1 point something terabyte drive memory. I forgot. I mean, there's so much going on in my head. Not RAM, but the memory. It's going to be 1 point something terabyte, and they're getting away from it because it's too expensive to give you two. It's too expensive to give you two. Okay, 2 terabyte. So they're going to have you 1 terabyte, like you did in the like you did in the PS5. They did like the updated PS5. How they give you 1 terabyte. They're doing that. That way everybody's happy. Okay, and so that. So you have an $800 model, and then you pay another $400 for you get 1 point something. But I don't know. I tried to look this up earlier. See, PS5 SSD storage upgrade. I'm just trying to figure out which one to get. Okay, so right now, the one I'm looking at is the official licensed product with Sony. This one is $250. So I would go ahead and this is what I'm going to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. You do what you want. I'm going to buy it's the 1 terabyte NVMe. N is in no, V is in Victor, M is in Mary, E is in Eric, SSD, Gen 4 PCIe M.2 2280 up to 7,000 MBS. I'm going to buy that and just put it to the side and for my PS6, so I can try to get in at the entry level. If they do two of them, I'll get this entry level one, okay, and I'll be happy. Then I'll just slide this thing on in, pause, and I'll go ahead and I'll have 1 point whatever it comes with terabyte of drive space. That's what I'm doing, SSD. Now that's what I'm going to do, and I'm looking at the one that is the official. I'm looking at the official Sony one. Just so you know, it literally says official Sony one. That's the safest thing for me to do. Just get that one. Tell them, Sophie. Tell them, yeah, she's pointing at you. Tell them. Telling you right now. So that's what I'm doing. That gets me in at $800 USD. Minus $300 to $400 for my PS5 Pro, plus another $250 for the SSD. That gets me walking out the store, in theory, based on this early pricing, at about $650. So that is actually cheaper than a PS5 Pro right now. That's the way I'm targeting to do it. Now, I may get a wild hair, just so you know, and just do the full $1,200. And that way I don't have to worry about any of this. And maybe the 1200 one comes with a 2 terabyte, but as of right now, it's not. As of right now, it's not. It's coming with 1 terabyte. So this gets me at about $700. I'm just going to round it up to $700. I'll have 1.5 gigabytes of whatever this SSD thing is. That's plenty of space for me personally. And I'm walking and I'm hooking it up to a monitor or something like that, or a new TV, because I may get another TV. I mean, especially with Grand Theft Auto coming out, I'm really, really, really getting the itch in my pants to get another TV. You know, a C3, a C4, something like that. Something that, you know, I can get for about, I'm looking to spend about $800 on a TV. So, and if I do that, then, you know, it is what it is. So, you know, just wanted to let you know. So I'm selling mine when the PS6 hits. I'm going for the lower end model with the lower specs as far as SSD and all that kind of stuff. So I'll take that hit. That's the way I'm going to do it. Now, you do it the way you want, if you do it at all. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to give you a game plan, because I know I went off the other day on pricing and people being entitled as hell. So I'm approaching it now like, well, let me give you my plan. I'll give you my battle plan, and you do what you want. I mean, don't buy it. I mean, I've said this multiple times, don't buy it. And but I'm looking to buy one now. I'm not hard. I don't have a big time hard on for it, but it's something that if I can get a new TV and then a couple other things work out, I've got a plan to get it. You know, I'm excited to be participating in that. So and even if I don't get a new TV, I'll just hook it up to my OLED. I have an OLED monitor, and I have an OLED monitor, a 1440p OLED monitor, 480 hertz monitor, and we'll just do it from there. So it is what it is. NovaRes at 800 is a good entry point. See, I think that's a really good entry point with everything going on. I agree. I don't disagree. I'm upset over my I'm still upset over my chat box not working. I'm really getting upset about that. Because I like to be on this screen so I could talk to you all. But chat box is not working. That is just alert box is working. So yeah, so the handheld $500. The handheld is supposed to be able to play PS4, PS5, and PS6 games. Mirror image to your TV. So that means you can just, I don't know now, the resolution is supposed to be an OLED screen. So you're looking at about $500. They are really trying to work to get that down, you know, to offset everything. So I'm not going to get the handheld. That's me. I'm not a handheld guy, nothing against it. I just can't see myself doing handheld stuff. But wanted to touch base with you again. The $1,200 model, that's the big daddy. You're looking at 1.5 to 2, possibly 2 terabytes. And that's why you're paying so much for it. So I want you all to really understand that. That's why Sophie's pointing at you. Sophie's pointing at you so that you all understand. Okay? Follow that snow bunny. You know, she's pointing to you. Pointing to you. So, but, you know, just take your time. Make up your own minds. I wanted to make sure you all understood what you were possibly going to get, because that is way more important, that you understand what you are about to purchase. So again, I put in the description the specs and the performance targets. Again, 4K 60 native with high to ultra graphics, 4K 120 upscaled from a lower resolution, 1440p to 1800p upscale to give you the 120. Ray tracing will be a bigger jump, 6 to 12 times. This will include path tracing if that's important to you. Okay. They're aiming for a 5090 level of performance. Okay. Performance. Now, this is an AMD kit targeting a NVIDIA card. So you may want to put a question mark on that. Overall compute up to 40 teraflops of GPU compute compared to 10.3 for the base PS5. Do not compare the PS6 to a Pro, because it's not going to be a gigantic leap. So The upscaling is going to be much better. It's going to use FS4, 5, and PSSR. Okay, you have a Zen 6 core chip that could change. Okay, they could change that at the last minute to bring the price down, depending on where AMD is. GDDR 40 gigabytes of GDDR7, 32 gigabytes on a 160-bit bus. 3 times the shader engines, 27 work groups, 10 megabytes of L2 cache. So again, 4K 120 in most AAA titles at launch, with the potential for 8K 60 in future games. AI driven upscaling and property AI frame generation. So all these people running around calling it slop, I don't want to hear your mouth when the PS6 comes out that you're going to get one. All right? And backwards compatibility. You all can look up the AI frame generation. I ain't going into that. So that's not why I'm here. So I am just here. I wanted to touch base with you on the price, what I have been told to expect somewhere in this range. So my opinion, save up $1,000. This is for the people who are going to buy it. Save up $1,000. Trade in your PS5 Pro or your PS5. Get that price under $700. Walk out the store with the higher end model at $1,200. Walk out with that one. That's the one you're gonna get. Okay, and you got some dollars around. You can take your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your baby mama or your baby daddy out somewhere, after that. So, whatever you want to do. So just as long as you have a plan in place. And guess what? You don't have to buy it. Do not let anybody push you into buying something that you don't want. If what you're seeing spec-wise, when you actually see the physical games running, not talking about what it can do or what it might do. When you can see the physical games running on whatever TV or monitor, you're going to make a decision on whether this is worth it or you're going to buy it. Are you going to buy it right now or are you going to wait? That is up to you, and don't let anybody push you either way. You make up your own damn minds. You're all adults. Act like it. Be a consumer. Make sure when you're doing your consumer good shopping, you just do everything. Or you may decide to get a handheld and just say, I'm good on the handheld right now. I'm good. We're good here. So here's what it is. So any questions or comments before we get on up out of here? I just want to make sure that I touch base on what you all are talking about. So shout out to everybody here. Mr. Martinez, he says he's going to buy one of each. He's got deep pockets. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Lewis is in the house. He says, what's up? Hold on. Let me run to the bathroom. Then I'll come back and go through your questions. And we'll bounce out of here. All right. Hold on. All right, I'm back. My bad. I feel lighter too. All right. So any questions here? Nova Red says hello. El Nini in the house says, I do not understand the Twitter outrage over $80 and $100 versions. Either buy it or don't. Again, Twitter's not a real place. I mean, it's just Twitter's not a real place. I would not I wouldn't worry about it. Even Sophie Cunningham pointing at you. It's not real. It's not a real place. Nope, not real. It's not a real place. It's just not. Um, I mean, my personal opinion about this El Nini, and I went over this the other day, is that the nightmare scenario that a lot of these broke people had, which is, and there's other things going on, so let me kind of rephrase that. There are people that are really struggling financially and mentally with other things, and they looked at gaming as an escape. Now, I never have done that. I was always, if you're struggling with something, I was always taught to reach out and talk to somebody or go outside and get some fresh air. I mean, I say go outside and touch grass. And there are people that use the gaming as an escape. It's a mental escape from the bullshit of their lives. So they want everything to stay, because they're struggling financially, they want everything to stay at the same price where for them it's affordable. It's just going up. I agree with you. It's going up $10. It's not that big a deal. It's the same. All you have to do is do what I do, which is just don't buy something that week. Like, I love Starbucks' pink strawberry lemonade, and when they make my strawberry lemonade, they put chunks of strawberry in there. It is so good. It gives it a more buoyancy taste. It tastes really good. But those things for a large cost almost $5. So let's just say for 1 month, I don't drink it. I don't drink it for 1 month. That pays for everything else. But I love those things. I've been drinking them like water. It is my water, right? And so you got people that can't afford things, so they want things to stay the same. And when things change, it's no different than what happened at the Dollar Tree. When the Dollar Tree went from $1 to $1.50 and $1.25, people went crazy. I mean, literally, people went crazy. I remember that. I'm like, why are people so upset over something going up 50 cents? I mean, if you're hurting that bad, it's it was crazy. But so that's what's happened. And now they believe, and I've said this before, now all the games are going to go ahead and go back to being so $80 for the standard version, which won't hardly have anything in it, and then the deluxe edition, which is going to cost you between $100 and $119. But again, I don't feel sorry for anybody, because I said on 60 frames no lag over 2 years ago that your games are going to be costing anywhere from $80 to $100, and you better get ready to pay $100. And nobody wanted to believe it. So, Harry Trans in the house, how you doing? Let's see here. Oh, Nova Red, they went ultimate. Yeah, there you go. Now you talking. Atticus 3 is saying the GTA 6 a rip-off, no gameplay. I mean, again, the games, I don't know how you're getting ripped off on something that ain't going to come out for another 150 days. Like, why do they have to show gameplay damn near half a year before? Why do they have to do that? You know what? I haven't seen any gameplay of Phantom Blade Zero either. I haven't. And we just saw gameplay of Wolverine. Like, we just saw that last month. So why is this a big deal? Why are they subject to doing something else? And I'm telling you right now, it's because they're charging more money. Well, wait to buy it till you see gameplay, or don't buy it at all. It's not, I mean, be a consumer, do the research, because nobody's going to do this shit for you. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, you all actually donate to people for doing stuff that you all should be doing yourselves. I don't understand that. So just, Digital Foundry claim frame rates are not stable. They have an early build of a game that's not going to be out for 5 months. Okay, this is crazy. This is like when, they're looking at alpha builds. They're looking at alpha and late beta builds. They're not looking at anything in its final form factor. So, and did Digital Foundry get a chance to physically go hands-on with it? Or are they just looking at video? See, did you ever check that out? So it's I wouldn't believe anything anybody says about it right now. The game is still in being created. They're still making the game. It's not like the game's coming out tomorrow. It won't be out for damn near half a year. You have to give them time to make and finish the game. Well, you don't have to do that. That's what I'm doing. So it's up to you, though. So let's see here. It says, no, you guess 1-bit console PS6 will do it. We'll just do it for the tech. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't blame people for getting the base a PS6. If they do 2 models, I'm just talking about what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the lower end model. I will add to the SSD. I'll add to it. So, and go from there. That's the way I'm going to do it. I'm not going to tell anybody else how to do it. People want to go ahead and get the Big Daddy when it comes out. If it comes out in 2 models, I don't blame you. If you just want to go ahead and get the handheld and not do nothing else, get a handheld, fine. I mean, I don't play on handhelds. I know a lot of people that do. My girlfriend plays on handheld, so maybe that's something that she would look into. But she's got that iPad and plays The Sims and The Sims and Candy Crush and all that stuff. So that's what she likes to play. So, CR, you gave me your PSN, cool. I agree, 800 is a good entry point. You saying your PS5 Pro is your last console? Yeah. Well, it was going to be my last console, but then all these people started bitching because they're broke. And I'm like, why am I going to PS6 just to spite those people? The hell with them. So, again, everybody is in their own financial situation. Some of us have more than others. Everybody has a lot, but there's always a bigger fish in the sea, and you need to appreciate what you do have. So that's why I said, okay, here's the way. If I'm going to get a PS6 day one, here's the way I'm going to get it, especially if it's right about the 2 form factors, and one's going to have a 1 to 2 terabyte SSD, and the other one's going to have a smaller SSD in it. I'll save up and get the SSD first. I'll get that done first, get it out of the way. Then as soon as the PS5 comes in, I'll just plug it in, or PS6 comes in, I'll plug it in, and I'll start it up and reset everything and go from there. So I'm going to do. Tell them, Sophie, pointing right at you all. She is pointing right at you all. So let's see here. So GTA 6, GT8, and other Sony exclusives. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm going to say to people the same thing I said about the PS5 Pro. Get the PS6 if you want to play the PlayStation games at the best resolution, at the best frame rates, at the best fidelity. That's why you get a PS6. Don't get it for Final Fantasy. Don't get it for any other game but PlayStation's first-party games. Nothing else matters but those first-party games, because that's, like Sean Layton said, they're the ones who are pushed to do more for us because they need to show what the console can do. Okay? So don't get it for Assassin's Creed. That's Ubisoft. Don't get it for that. Don't get it for any Rockstar game. Get it for the PlayStation games. If you look at it, that's a consumer tip. Okay? That's a consumer tip for you all. Make sure you're putting what Sony is doing first, because you're buying a Sony product. Like a friend of mine, he went and spent big money. Okay, he spent some big money. Got a divorce. He got a PS5 Pro. He bought PS2 VR. He bought a Sony Bravia TV. The man walked into Best Buy, and I'm telling you right now, that man dropped $2,700. $2,700, and it was COB. They were like, do you want to use a credit card? He said, no, I'm paying cash. He had $3,000 on him. 3. Heavy. He had 3 heavy on him. You know what that means? Nothing but he had $500 bills on him. Heavy. I was like, damn, boy. I was. So I'm like, that's the way you go into a store and you buy shit. You know, they wheeled it out there for him. He put the place. I met him out there. And then we went to we went across the street to what was the name of that place? PF Chang's, and celebrated. Then he got home. He went home. I met him. He got his shit home, got it into the house, and then we went to PF Chang. So about 2.5, 3 hours later. So good times, good time. Good guy, good guy. Hated he got divorced though, but he's at home playing The Last of Us right now. So You're going to donate plasma. You're going to donate plasma to buy a PS6. Oh, man. Well, drink a lot of fluids before you do that, my man. So, Scott Free is in the house. Says, yeah, I'm selling my Pro as well. No need to keep it if you upgrade. Yeah, that's my plan, and I'm just telling you what my plan is, because I was pretty hard on Paul. I was pretty tough on some people the other day about their entitlement and just their bullshit and their entitlement about thinking that everybody's in the same situation. That was pretty tough on them. So I'm like, well, let me just tell them what I'm going to do and take a different tack. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. So yes, Nova Red, the memory stuff is where they're running into the bill of lading and stuff like that, bill of machine parts. Everything has gone up allegedly. I was told about $165. So you want to call it 200? That's fine. But I was told pretty much to be prepared for that Sony is possibly, I want to make this clear, form factoring 2 different PlayStations. Okay. Both are going to be digital. You can go ahead and get a CD for it. Both will be digital. But what you'll do is one will cost about $800. And then it'll have like the 512 gigabyte hard drive. It's something like that. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up what it said. PS5 512 GB. I'm just pulling this up. Okay, so I guess the original PlayStations that came out 6 years ago, they had I'm just gonna pull this up at Walmart. I'm sorry, it had 825 gigabytes. That's what I meant. 825 gigabytes of data storage. I was saying 500. I apologize. That was my fault. I apologize. I meant 825. So they're just going to go back to the 825 and put that in what is, you can call it the PS5 core. If you want to call it that, that's what I'll call it going forward. And it's going to be cheaper. Now, if you go ahead and you buy the extended one, the WD, whatever the one I read off, that one right now, the one that Sony officially put its tramp stamp on, that is $250. So do the math. 800 plus 250, you right at $1,000. So you might, henceforth why I said have $1,000 ready to go. That's why I said that. Now, I am going to trade in my PS5 Pro digital, and the number, let's just say they give me $380 to $420 towards my purchase. I still have $1,000, and I'm walking out the store with the console, a PS6, at about $650 to $700. And that gives me $300 extra for whatever I want. I can go order a pizza. I can go ahead and drink some beer. I can go ahead and buy a bicycle. See, the thing is that you should be able to look at your market and always go $200 to $300 over. That way you have more than enough. Worst case scenario, you leave with your PS6, you get it home, you go to the bank, and you put your money in the bank. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, you do what you want, okay? Because you don't have to buy anything. Don't let anybody push you all to buying something. If you're having reservations, if you don't think it's enough of a jump, that's an individual thing. That's not a thing. I'm not going to sit there and argue and say, what's going to be doing this? You need to get it. No. If that's enough for me, that's all I can buy for. I'm buying for myself. I'm not buying it for Nova Red. I'm not buying it for Plus Ultra. It's for me. So if it hits the marks that I want to hit, then I'm good on that. You all got to learn, it's called literally consumer discipline. You all get pushed around with fear of missing out. And that's why you need to decide what you want it to do. Because you could say that ain't enough. And a lot of people are going to say it ain't enough. So don't feel bad. But it needs to not be enough for what you want it to do. So it's up to you. The choice is yours. So You hope you can use PS5 SSD though. Yeah, I mean it's not like it's not gonna work. So again, that's my plan though. Now again, it's okay for you to wait. If you want to say, hey, I'll wait because they may endorse something else and it may be cheaper. Guess what? You're right. So there's nothing wrong with waiting to see what they're going to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, my battle plan going forward. Because I'm going to get a PS6, but I'm going to get the lower end model. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to get the entry model, then I'll just add to it. Hopefully, when I pick it up that night, when I get it home, I'll push that slot open with the screwdriver. I know I have to be a grown man, and then insert the drive. That's my plan. But you all do what you want. Like Digital Underground said, everybody do what you like. So you're gonna do. Yeah, I read that one. PS6 1200 is just about RAM, nothing. Yeah. $1,200. Yeah, I know. Have it ready. Yeah, you'll get it, but more interested in PS6 Pro. Okay. Yeah, that's now you're looking down the road, but I don't blame you. So we use our own extra SSD from PS5 Pro to 6. I'll take the 800. Yeah, and it's okay to wait, Nova. I don't blame you. It's okay to wait. So people complain for nada. Yeah, I think they're playing, they're bitching for nothing, but, they've been show gameplay for Phantom Blade. Okay. How much gameplay? You do realize Rockstar Games said their second trailer had a combination of CG and gameplay. So, I mean, but like Hip Hop Gamer said, the CG is getting so good, you're not going to be able to tell the CG from gameplay. So I think somebody did a video of it, it's like 80 seconds of gameplay or something like that on there. So, I mean, again, it's okay to wait. I don't know what else to say. And I don't care. I mean, again, me personally, I don't expect something to be shown 5 months out. Like the Avengers movie comes out in 7 months. How come they're not showing any previews? Because it don't come out for 7 months. That's that simple. The Spider-Man trailer, Brand New Day, just dropped a week ago, and it's 6 weeks out. So why didn't they show us in March? Why didn't they show it in March, April, May? They didn't. So, let's see here. Silver Wolf in the house says these Xbox guys are down bad. They are trashing people for pre-ordering GTA 6, but are telling people to buy it on Xbox and get a Series X. I mean, when you got grown-ass men pocket watching, you got some, like I said, you got some bussy-ass dudes. I mean, like I said before, you all are, I already knew these guys were bussy, but you all are seeing it in real time. That's why I told you all a few months ago.
Craig flexed biceps, medium light skin tone.
Oh, thanks, Henry. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. So I'm just saying, you got some bussy-ass dudes that are pocket watching other men. You know what they say about that? That means these men are juicy. I mean, they are juicy. So just, I just laugh at that now. If Equalizer in the house says PS6, get it ready. Save for new TV as well. If your TV, yeah, I mean, my TV is going to be 5 years old, and I think I got my TV in 2022. So it'll be. That's why I'm in the market for a new TV. But I don't want to spend over $899 for it. Like I'm cheap. I'm frugal about it. So I'm looking for something around the holiday though. C4. I'm something like that, a C4, and I don't know or maybe a C5 that's on, how they do those deals on them. So, you can give me one out, maybe get one out of there for about $950. I'll do the do. I'ma do the do. I have to wait and see. So, NG's in the house says, what do I do? Buy the Pro or wait for PS6 and keep playing on your PS5? Yeah, you got to make some decisions. Hard verses and hard curses. What's important to you? Okay? That's what you got to decide. I'll simply say that the PS5 Pro is for the people who love playing the PlayStation games at the highest fidelity, at the best frame rate, and with ray tracing and best graphics. If that's important to you, then get the Pro. If that's not important to you, then don't buy the Pro and wait for something else. It's okay. Woo, says Plus Ultra. Any other questions or comments? and we have a poll going. Pause. Very simple. Are you interested in purchasing a PlayStation 6 console or a handheld device? 71% say yeah. 30% say no. That's cool. So you keep playing on your PS5 the way these bots hyping the Series S. There's nothing wrong with the Series S. That's a really good friend of mine. He has one, and it's just like I said before. He was heavy on Xbox, and then he moved to Florida. You know, got adjusted to the Florida lifestyle. Met a nice young redheaded girl. Got married. Has a couple of kids now. When his son is a daughter that's 17 and a son that turned 15. When his son turned 14, he went ahead and got a Series S and just kind of got back into it. Hooked up with some old friends of his that gamed online when he was playing Call of Duty and stuff like that. So he's doing fine with his Series S. So, you know, he's excited about playing Gears of War and all that kind of stuff. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So it's okay. But yeah, play on what you want to play on. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. I'm sure you'll be fine. But any other questions or comments? If not, we're gonna get on up out of here. So, all right, then no more questions or comments. I have to figure out my chat box. I have no idea why my chat box did not work this time. I apologize. We got Sophie there. Sophie telling you all the way it is. So let me take the poll down here. So the poll is, yes, you all are interested in it, and that's cool. That is cool. But yeah, just decide on what you want, how you want it. Like they said back in the day, how do you want it? How do you feel? And enjoy it, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday night with your family. Nova Red, I will send you a thingamabob here in a minute, if I don't already have you. So now where is it again? Let's see here. And if you don't know what she's talking about, the Pro Plates, that's for the Grand Theft Auto bundle that they are allegedly going to announce sometime this fall. So that's what she's speaking on. I do not see the name anymore. Can you put it in there one more? Well, I'll find it. Don't worry about it. I'll find it here. So, all right then. I'll get up on you all later. You all have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your evening. All that good blase, blah, blah, blah stuff. And you all take care. Deuces.